Alright, so in Pixlr today, what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer mask. The reason why we use a layer mask is if you ever want to edit an image and you want to separate it from another part of its image, that's a good way to use a layer mask. What I want to do is I want to put an effect on the hand here, and I want to do that without having the effect on the cigarettes. So what I need to firstly do is I need to go to my layer that has hand on it, and I need to duplicate that. So I need to drag that over the new layer option here, and that will make a copy. With that layer, what I want to do is I want to add whatever effect that I wanted to do to my hand. So I'm going to go over to my adjustments here. I'm going to put on a hue change, and I'm going to change it to maybe a green or something a little bit fun and interesting, and select OK. And now the problem is my cigarettes here, they're also affected by my adjustments here. Now what I could do simply is just erase these cigarettes out of this picture, and it will show the image behind it. So if I show you the image behind it, it will show that, and that's a pretty easy way to obviously have a kind of a masking effect. The only problem with that is that if you erase too much, you can't undo that so easily. So with a mask, you can. When I go over to my layer here, I want to go to the options down here, and one that's called Add Layer Mask, and I'm going to click on that. And what happens when I add a layer mask is it puts a mask completely over my image so I can't see it. And what I've got to do then is to reveal what I want from that image. So what I need to do is I need to select the brush tool, and I'm going to use the brush tool to color all the areas of the hand that I want affected by that adjustment I made earlier. And if I highlight that and just release, you'll start to see that happening. Now I want to be careful about not going on to the areas that I don't want affected, of course. But the good thing about a mask is if I'm a little bit careless or I make a mistake, I can easily fix it up. So we'll just quickly finish coloring the hand here. And there you go. But let's say that I accidentally go over this cigarette butt here a bit too much and it's gone green and I didn't want that. What I can do is I can, quite simply, I'm going to make my brush a bit smaller, and I'm going to select the erase tool. Now it's not actually going to physically erase the area of the image, the original image. All it's going to do is remove the area of the mask that I was putting on. And so when I color that out, there you go. But let's say I go too far and I get some of the hand there, I can then go ahead, use that paint tool or the brush tool and color over that again, and it's back to normal. And that's how you use a layer mask.